If you didn't know, yesterday was my birthday. It was the day I was birthed into this hellhole called Earth. Alright, so there you go. I want to hear some goddamn happy birthday. But it's not even my birthday anymore. That was yesterday. But yesterday, I received a gift. A gift that was unexpected. Something that I didn't notice until I came back home from Longhorn, a little quirky restaurant. Really great ribs, by the way. And this gift was given to me by Keemstar. Now, what did Keemstar give to me that was so precious to me, so important that I had to make a video about? And that, my friends, would be the French girl interview. I literally turned into the Wojak going wah as I saw the words pop up on my goddamn screen on fucking Twitter. And so it came around with a Twitlonger or Twitterlonger or something like that. That thing that allows you to say more on Twitter, which defeats the entire purpose of Twitter. So he had that, and then towards the end of his statement, he had the goddamn interview, which was on SoundCloud, which I thought that was kind of fucking weird, to be completely honest. I don't know why he didn't decide just to upload it on YouTube, I guess for like monetization reasons, but we still got it though. So let me go ahead and read you the Twitlonger, or the Twitterlonger, whatever the fuck you want to say. In 2016, Pyrocynical uploaded a video accusing me, Keemstar, of many proven false allegations. I'm sorry. Now reading that out loud, I don't know why he put falster twice. Of many proven false allegations. Pyro claimed that I doxed him, went on his private Facebook, and tweeted out his photo before he even did a face reveal. This is false! I did tweet his pic, but I got it from his friends who already tweeted out his photo. And where did they get these photos? Months before Pyro did a face reveal on Uber Danger's channel. Okay, so like these three sentences that Keemstar threw at us on this Twitlonger, irrelevant. Okay, literally irrelevant with this entire fucking situation. It's kind of fucking stupid. This is just basically Keemstar like defending himself, you know, for like the 6th not the 6th time, for like the 100th fucking time. Alright, my mans, it happened like what, like 4 years ago, but I do understand though that like he has a grudge against Pyrocynical because Pyrocynical did slander him, so I get that, you know. I'm not gonna like fault him for it, but Christ almighty, dude, like, well, how old are you, like fucking 50? Jesus, get the fuck over yourself. God damn, son. Pyro lied. Pyro also claimed that I accused him of dating an underage French girl. Pyro took my stream clips and edited the clip in a way that it made it seem like these were my allegations. False! The full stream clip proves I said on stream that it was Pyro's old friends that I said this. Not me. After Pyro's slanderous video on me, I recovered DMs with Pyro and the French girl, proving there was some type of relationship. Pyro responded in a Reddit post saying they were just friends. For 5+ years, the commentary community has labeled B as a person making up lies about Pyro dating an underage French girl. 1. Not my allegations, it was his friends. But turns out this is true without a shadow of a doubt. Pyro was dating this underage French girl. The DMs and this interview I have linked at the bottom. I have files on top of files. Ah, yes, the glorious meme back in 2016. There you go. I have files upon files of evidence. Amazing, absolutely wonderful that he brought that back. Pyro still claims I'm lying or whatever. Sue me, you clown, in a court of law. The truth is, Pyro has lied to his fans much like John Swan and used his fans like pawns. I recorded this interview many months ago. I did not release it right away for many reasons. Many I can't share with you, but one reason I would like to share is I spoke to Pyro in private right after I recorded the interview. Now I will not share what was said in private, but it was very clear to me that Pyro still tries to lie and manipulate to get himself out of trouble. I wanted to give him time to think about everything, and hopefully he had taken that time as is ready to take accountability instead of spitting this like he has been in the past. I know many that know this story well might think, I want revenge! I did want that for many, many years. That hate for Pyro in my head, But then Ethan Klein moved in and evicted Pyro a year ago. Yeah, doubt. Press that X, boys! Doubt! Pyro, I just want you to tell your fans the truth! And you lied about me, and I want everyone reading this to know this is not just about me and Pyro. This is about the safety of kids in our community, and the story you will hear in this interview is heartbreaking. Keem, link to audio interview, and then of course he links the interview or the SoundCloud link to the twit longer, and then I actually was able to hear it, you know, and woe and behold, is that how you fucking say it? Hopefully, you know, there she was, the goddamn French girl. By the way, if you want to listen to the interview yourself, I did record it, so I'll leave it at the end of this video, so if you want to, you can stop right now, listening to me ramble about this, because I'm just going to give my opinions about it, right? Like, I'm just going to tell you what I've heard and give you, I guess, like a synopsis of it, but if you want to listen it to yourself, I'll leave it towards the end of the video, so you can stop right now, go towards the timestamp that I probably put on the beginning of the video, but then I'll put it again right here, but that's the option. There you go. If you want to go for it, go ahead. So, of course, me being extremely excited is like, oh, pyrocynical back on the fucking flames again. You know, I was like, let's fucking go. So I listened to it, and towards, like, the beginning of it, I was like, yes, yes, we finally have something. Pyrocynical's going down. And then, you know, what, like 10 minutes later, I'm just like, the shit's boring! The shit's fucking boring! What the actual fuck? Like, there's so much fucking hype to this. It's like 4 years in the making, you know? 4 fucking years in the making, and then he brings up this fucking shit, and it's like, you know, I'm glad, I'm happy nothing sinister happened, but at the same time, you know, pyrocynical is still, you know, there's really nothing here that could specifically, like, get him fucking arrested or anything. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty fucking quirky, but let me go ahead and tell you this is the synopsis. So basically, you know, Keemstar had the French girl, and the French girl was like, yes, I participated in dating with pyrocynical. I don't know why I said it like that, forgive me. Yes, I was dating pyrocynical when I was 14 and he was 18 at the time, so obviously that's bad, you know, that's pretty fucking creepy of pyrocynical. But here's the fucking deal though, right? What did they do while they were dating? And here is what they did. Nothing. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. They did nothing. They did nothing for 2 fucking weeks. And after those 2 weeks were up, they broke up. They fucking broke up. Oh my fucking god. Again, great, wonderful, nothing bad happened. I'm glad that the French girl got, you know, out of that relationship without getting scathed, but unfortunately she did take damage, but from another YouTuber, which is a whole nother story in and of itself. But at the end of the day, they did not do anything sexual or anything that would be considered you know, suggestive or just, you know, in general wrong. Well, obviously him dating a goddamn 14-year-old was wrong, but it didn't go above that, you know. It didn't get worse. Like, it could have been worse than it already is, like the situation, but you know, it was like, quote unquote, simple, as she said. Yeah, it was a simple relationship. So what does this mean, ladies and gentlemen? If these accusations are true, pyrocynical is a weird, creepy motherfucker, but we already fucking knew this, alright? Goddamn furry degenerates are usually fucking creepy, okay? They're usually into that weird fucking shit. That's nothing new to us, ladies and gentlemen, alright? We already fucking knew this. So basically, 4 years went down the goddamn drain. 4 years waiting for this goddamn interview, and nothing. And what does he show? Nothing interesting. Nothing interesting. Nothing substantial enough that will get pyrocynical fucking slapped in the goddamn ass, alright? But let's talk about some damage, alright? Damage did take place with the French girl, unfortunately, with a different YouTuber by the name of Ancient Reality. I didn't know this. I didn't know this YouTuber was a thing until I looked it up, and from what I can tell, his channel has been somewhat removed. You can still see his videos on his channel, which is really weird, but if you look at his channel itself, like, it has that, like, gray, you know, stagnant profile picture, and it says, like, channel is unavailable, but you can still see the videos. It's really fucking weird how that works, but, she got in a relationship with him. he was 23 at that time. That's right, the YouTuber was 23, and she was still 14. Some things led to another, and unfortunately, those things led to stationary or statutory, forgive me, I'll have it up on the screen, statutory blank. Can't say it or else I'll get fucking clapped in the ass by YouTube. I probably will get clapped in the ass by YouTube because of the interview, so I mean, it'd be like that sometimes, but extremely unfortunate, and it didn't happen just once, it happened on multiple occasions by the accounts of what the French girl had to say, which, you know, again, that is extremely unfortunate. Now, the thing that ties that with pyrocynical is that pyrocynical, of course, number one, knew the age. He wasn't misled in knowing the age of the French girl, but at the same time, he was friends with, if I'm pretty sure about this, he was friends with Ancient Reality, and he knew, again, he knew the age, and he could have said something. He could have come out and said, like, hey, you know, this YouTuber, this big YouTuber is dating this goddamn 14-year-old when he's 23. That's pretty fucking sus. But unfortunately, pyrocynical stayed silent the entire situation, which which led to the stationary blank, which is extremely unfortunate. So if you want to blame pyrocynical for being extremely irresponsible, which led to horrible things, and I guess so. And again, by the way, this is an important detail as well. The French girl did go to the police after she was, basically like, so that's the thing as well, so you can't really say, like, wow, she kind of gone to the police. She did. She didn't necessarily get any answers from what I could, can tell from the interview, but overall, pyrocynical, again, is creepy, and what's his face? Ancient Reality. Yeah, that motherfucker needs to go to prison. Like, straight up, he legit needs to go to goddamn prison. So that's basically the interview, and of course, there's a lot of criticism, specifically towards Keemstar. I haven't heard any criticism yet on the French girl herself. Again, these are all accusations, by the way, but, a lot of people are giving Keemstar flack, for the basic reason. It's like, why in the fuck did you decide to just post this now? Like, from what we could tell, he actually recorded the interview a while back, like maybe like 2 or 3 months ago, and he just decided to post it now. And again, in the twit longer, who's like, I had my reasons not to. It's kind of fucking weird. And what's really weird is this entire situation. It just feels like this is like a hit piece in pyrocynical, or just more like this is Keemstar getting his revenge. He's defending himself once again, which is so fucking weird, but not weird at the same time. It could be fucking obvious that this is the entire reason why he did this. If that's the truth, then my fucking god, is this the most weakest punch you could ever give to someone? It's like literally giving a small slap on their fucking face. I'm disappointed. I'm literally disappointed with how tame, how fucking lame the pyrocynical story was. But obviously the big spicy was the Ancient Reality thing, which I had no idea that was going on. So but at the end of the day, Christ, I got hyped for no goddamn reason, okay? I was so ready to go. I had my pitchfork ready to fucking stab pyrocynical in the fucking face, and then this came out, and now I'm just like, wow, I really did waste my fucking time on this shit. God damn, Keemstar. Why you gotta be so fucking old? Why do you gotta be such a goddamn boomer? Swear to God, dude. But yeah, that's basically the entire situation. Pyrocynical dating a 14-year-old, didn't do anything with her. Weird, still fucking creepy, but at the same time, nothing illegal happened from what I can tell. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the situation down below. Again, the interview is about to play after I, sign off, so do watch that interview if you want to. Form your own opinions, put it on Twitter, tag me if you want, or just put it in the comment section down below. I read your comments. I may not respond to all of them, but I do listen, and I do read the goddamn comments. But with all that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button. You want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification to be notified of my next video. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.
Ladies and gentlemen, in 2016, Pyrocynical was rumored to be dating a underage French girl. It was unclear on the age of this girl because these allegations came from Pyro's old friends who kept giving me different ages. And I came out publicly saying, Pyro was dating this girl and she was this age and she was that age, because quite frankly, his friends just kept giving me different ages. He responded in a Reddit post basically saying that he didn't date this girl, that they were just friends, nothing sexual took place, nothing sexual ever happened between them, and that Keemstar was making false pedo allegations. I never knew if anything sexual was going on, if they were dating, or if they were just friends. I really didn't know. All I knew is that there were these allegations against him made by Pyro's old friends. And I did manage to get these DMs that proved that there was some type of relationship going on between Pyro and this underage French girl. And Pyro responded to it basically just saying that, they were just friends or whatever. But it was clear in these DMs that I had access to that Pyro was saying, I will wait until you turn 16. So it was clear that Pyro knew that this individual was underage. And today I have her on the line. I finally got a hold of her 4 years later. And so I'd like to introduce you to Lou, the underage French girl. How's it going, Lou?
It's going great. Thanks.
Yeah, a little awkward to be in this situation. So I guess, where do we start? When did you first meet Pyro? Do you remember, how old you were, how old he was?
So I met Pyro back in 2015 when I was 14 years old and he was 18 years old. I was a fan artist for him and his group of friends. So all these YouTubers in the community he was in. I drew him a lot because, well, he was my favorite of them all. To show me his support, he followed me. And so later on, I thanked him and talked to him in DMs, and that's how we became friends.
So you guys, became friends. You were making art for him. Were you making, I think you told me off air that you were making his avatars and stuff for him.
Yeah, the fox one.
Yeah.
His avatar. Yep.
The furry one.
Yeah, the furry one, I guess.
The furry one. So at some point, this develops into a romantic relationship. When did that take place?
Well, not very long after. I guess we'll have known each other for a few months before this happened.
Mm-hmm.
In DMs, we did start maybe a little bit flirting, saying that, well, we like each other's personalities and he appreciates what I do for him and I appreciate his company. So it was quite, young love, where you have a crush.
Right.
Yeah.
Were you, he said that, he never dated you, that you weren't his girlfriend. But were you boyfriend and girlfriend?
Yeah, we were.
In the sense of, e-dating, right? Because you never met each other in real life, but you were e-dating online.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
And so, I know I talked to you off air, and you told me, nothing sexual actually did happen, which is good on Pyro's part, right?
Yeah.
But something wrong took place, right? You're dealing with a whole situation where he's a YouTuber, you're a younger person that looks up to him. There's a working relationship there where you're making art for him, and the two of you start dating. A lot of this stuff comes across innocent, but then when you look at the ages, there's something wrong is going on here. So at the time you were 14, Pyro was 18, correct?
Yep.
And when you were dating and considered boyfriend and girlfriend, and it was a short period of time, how long were you dating?
Only about 2 weeks.
2 weeks. So in the course of this 2 weeks, again, just for the internet's sake, what were the ages?
Still 14 and 18.
Okay. And Pyro's response, when I started talking about these allegations, that his friends told me about this. These were not my allegations. And I wasn't, I'm going to be perfectly honest, I wasn't sure if any of this was true. I was just talking about what his friends told me. But it turned out it was true. In his response, he said that you were 15 years old and he was 18. Why did he say that you were 15?
I have no idea. Maybe to make it less shocking, maybe to make the age gap smaller by a year, because maybe people thought it would be not nicer, but less wrong because
But what if pyrocynical responds to this and says, "Well, she lied about her age. She told me that she was older."
he knew I was born in 2001, which would have made me 14 years old when it was 2015.
Did he know the month you were born? I'm sorry, this is like, but we have to know this stuff because if there's any little hole of like, plausible deniability, he's gonna take it, right?
Well, we surely told each other's birthdays. I mean, it's what you do when you get to know someone. So he probably knew I was born in July.
Now, I guess people would want to know what was the nature of the relationship, right? If sexual stuff is not happening, like if no one's exchanging nudes, if no one's, role playing or having this sexual texting type conversations, right? Without pictures, but, just stuff like that. What was the relationship then?
Really, it was just like the most simple relationship you could ever imagine. I guess him and I had interest into games and what he was doing, as well as fan arts and all these things. We just got along well with our personalities as well. It was really simple. There was
I
no
mean,
complex things.
was there any like you're cute, like I like you're pretty, do I like the way you look? Like, is there this type of stuff? Is that what we're talking about?
Probably, yeah, yeah. It is. I must have sent him like pictures of me, and I know he sent me a selfie once when he was with his dog, I think, and I did think he was cute,
Yeah.
and I think I made an exception for him and did show myself, and he probably highly said I was pretty, but I don't think that. But
Now, he ends up in these DM conversations breaking it off with you, right?
yeah,
And in the conversation, it's very clear that you're accusing him of breaking up with you because, for fame, and he doesn't want it to hurt his YouTube channel, and he doesn't want to come across looking like a pedo, right?
hmm.
Was that the scenario? Why did you guys break up?
Well, when all these allegations came up, when either my friends or his friends wanted to make it all public, he came up to me saying that this won't work, that this will just, make him seem like a very bad person. And he decided to tell me that we should just end everything.
That was good. That was good on his part that he did that. But
Yeah.
I got to be brutally honest. That's why you got to call this stuff out. I was talking on a stream about Pyro's friends telling me about these allegations, and I was talking about it publicly. And Pyro tried to twist my words. He took me out of context, making it seem like I was coming up with these allegations. And I took a lot of hate, a ton of hate at the time in 2016. But the facts of the matter is that stopped this online relationship between you and Pyro, right?
Yeah.
I'm happy about that. There's more that we talked about in private that has little to do with Pyro, but Pyro is still involved. After you broke up with Pyro, or he broke up with you rather,
hmm.
you started dating another person in his friend group, right?
Yeah.
And did Pyro know this other person's age?
He did.
And how old was the other person that you started dating?
23.
23. And how old were you?
14, turning 15.
Who knew about this, right? Because I know we're going to get into it and we're going to talk about it, this other relationship that you were in. But what other YouTubers knew about this, that this 23-year-old YouTuber was dating 14-year-old you at the time, turning 15-year-old you? Who knew about this?
So obviously there was Pyro that knew about it. Anything for views, and Dull and Dark.
Was there anyone else? What? Because in these DMs, there's Notify, or Nopify alt, or that's how I know him on Twitter. Nopify. Did he know about it?
I don't think I've talked to him about it. I think he only really was like concerned about Pyro and I.
What now, was Nopify trying to get you guys to break up? Like, what was his whole angle? I'm curious because he's been defending Pyro pretty hard on social media.
I honestly don't remember, but I do think he was. I mean, most people who put out these allegations wanted us to just finish everything off to protect him.
Yeah. Okay, so you start dating this other YouTuber, and his name is
Ancient reality.
Ancient Reality. People know that this is a very inappropriate relationship. Why didn't anybody say anything publicly?
I have no idea why. Anything for views try to help me, and sadly I denied it because I was very stupid, and nobody else tried to help or thought it was wrong. They talked about it to me. They never said it was bad or never considered asking me to leave the relationship.
I talked to Anything for Views today, and he was desperately trying to get you to come to me and tell me about this other relationship. Again, not involving Pyro. Because horrible things happen in that relationship to the point where you went to the police, right?
Yeah.
If you're comfortable about it, do you want to talk about like what took place?
I would be more comfortable if you could say it.
Okay.
I trust you.
Well, the way I understand it, based on our private conversations, you flew to Ancient Reality's hometown in Sweden. Is that correct?
No, he's Netherlands.
Netherlands. See, do you really trust me? Are you sure you trust me with this?
No, I'm not sure anymore.
You flew to the Netherlands, and he flew to France. You both visited.
Well, we took a train, but it's the same.
Took a train. See, are you sure you trust me with this story? Because I'm gonna butcher it. But you guys were meeting each other in real life, and at the time that you were meeting each other, you have turned 15, correct? Or were you still 14?
Still 14.
Still 14. You're meeting each other, and both of you start lying about your ages. He starts saying that he's younger, and then you start saying that you're older, so this doesn't seem to be an issue.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I heard is that, you were lying about your age. You were lying about your age. That's one thing I heard kind of behind the scenes. When did you start lying about your age? What was the first time that you started saying that you were older than what you were?
He wanted me to tell that I was 16, so he wouldn't seem like, it was very bad.
So the first time you start lying about your age is after the Pyro online e-dating relationship.
I was always very open about my age. I stopped lying way before all of this happened. I used to be quite self-conscious when I was way younger, about 12 or 13, which I added a year. But when I turned 14, I didn't feel like it was necessary anymore to lie about it.
Oh, so again, because people will take that and run with it, right? Again, with Pyro, he knew your exact age. He knew that you were 14 years old when he was 18, right? But so this situation, sorry, we got kind of sidetracked here. But I want to talk about Ancient Reality because what transpired is statutory rape in both countries, correct?
Yeah.
Multiple times. To the point where you went to the police. And Ancient Realities, he has appeared to leave the internet entirely. He hasn't been seen. He hasn't made a post on Twitter since 2018. Do you know where he is? Do you know if he ever got arrested? Do you know if he's facing charges?
All I know is that investigation has been transported to the Netherlands, but I still did not have any answers from court or anything.
My problem with what happened to you is that there were key people that knew that this happened and they could have stopped it. You have, you know, all these different YouTubers, especially Pyro. Pyro had firsthand knowledge. If he would have came out and said, look, I know this girl's age, this relationship is going on, he could have put a stop to it like I put a stop to you and Pyro's relationship before it got to a point of statutory rape. Is that a true statement?
Yeah.
I feel like as a whole, this YouTube online internet community, when we make excuses for this type of stuff, when we give people an out, when we don't hold people accountable, or when those like Pyro, who made a mistake, clearly dating someone that was way underage, when he doesn't come out publicly and he isn't honest about this, it makes a scenario in which something serious takes place, which is what happened. I don't feel proud that I've been vindicated, right? I don't feel proud that I was right this whole time. I feel sad that this happened. And it could have been prevented. Recently, Pyro was involved in another scandal with him role-playing some disgusting sexual furry stuff with a 15-year-old. And Pyro's defense is that he didn't know the person's age. What are your thoughts on that situation? And I know you told me that you haven't seen everything. You've just seen a few stuff.
Well, I just recently, like a few minutes ago, read about it all. I think I don't know their age excuse is way too easy because people are going to be like, well, he didn't know, so I'll just, it's a great excuse. I'll prove that he's innocent or anything. I don't think it's a very great excuse because, well, it's so easy to make the victim get hate just by saying, well, they did this, so what I did was right, even when it's wrong.
Yeah, the audience a lot of times with some of these YouTubers, they're children, right? Pyro has a bunch of kid fans. I'm not saying all of his fans are kids, but he does have a bunch of kid fans. And when you're a kid, you don't really know right from wrong in these scenarios. I mean, you were a kid at the time. You were 14. Clearly, you didn't know right from wrong. Why is that? Is it because when we're kids, we feel like we're adults, and then we don't understand that this is wrong until we're actually adults?
I think you just don't understand the proportion of how bad it can get. You're not mature enough to know what other people are thinking, and you believe way too easily that this person is nice or this person wants to be good with you when they just have other intentions which are not very great with you.
Yeah. Well, I see it with the audience. I see it with the viewers. They're just easily manipulated when it's a younger audience. It happens all the time online. What do you think, the ancient reality guy, that guy should be arrested if he's guilty of all this stuff. That's just, in my opinion, based on what you told me, that's a closed shut case. But what do you think Pyro should do in response to this finally 4 years later coming public and the truth being put out there? What should his response to all this be, you think?
I think the best for Pyro would just to admit to his past mistakes and try to prove either that he can become someone who's trustworthy and maybe honestly apologize to whoever he might have hurt in the past, anyone he might have wanted to take advantage of, I think he should just be honest and not
Yeah.
try to modify what people say about allegations he's received or anything like that.
I seen a lot of talk online when I brought up the underage French girl recently. I seen a lot of talk from his fans that just said, Keem hates Pyro. He'll do anything to
Yeah.
destroy Pyro, right? And yeah, I hate him. He lied and manipulated, this attack video on me in 2016. He took my clips out of context to make it seem like these were my allegations. He made up this scenario in which he was claiming that I doxed him. And 1 minute, I gotta, believe it or not, Chad, Anything for Views, is calling me over and over again. But he made up this scenario in which he accused me of doxing him by showing his face, even though he did a face reveal months prior to me tweeting out a picture of his face. So yeah, I don't like him. If someone wrongs you, you're not gonna like that person. But facts are facts, right? He was dating you. He knew that you were 14 and you were dating a 23-year-old and said nothing and did nothing. And if I could defend Pyro at all in this scenario, Pyro is 18 years old at the time, right? He's not 23. He doesn't have enough life experience. And when you are this age, you're going to make stupid mistakes and do dumb stuff. But he's 23 years old now. I think it's time to man up and take responsibility for some of these old mistakes. But I'm going to leave it there. Is there anything else that the internet should know about this scenario?
Not really. I think I've said enough.
I know we talked offline that you're worried that people are going to hate on you or whatever, just attack you just for, what are you guilty of? Just telling the truth,
Yeah. I mean, my goal is not to make people hate Pyro. I just wanted to clear out everything that's been said in the past.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for coming on. And I'm sorry that all this happened to you. Sincerely.